It is Tuesday, February 14th. I'm Katie Tutzwell, and this is the Jess Strom Show. We have a wonderful guest with us today, Vulcan Nation. Wherever you are, we're with the wonderful KIMAYA Williams. KIMAYA, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
All right, for the viewers that don't know you, why don't you say your name, where you're from, and your major, and what year you are?
I'm KIMAYA Williams. I'm an early childhood and education major. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. Well, originally Richmond, Virginia, but I live in Pittsburgh, so I just say Pittsburgh. And what was the last
You're
name?
a sophomore.
Oh yeah, I'm a sophomore.
Yep. So there you have it, sophomore KIMAYA Williams, originally from Virginia, which I think the thing is Virginia's for lovers. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. And then Pittsburgh, you got a friend, and now I think the Keystone State. I mean, we've always been the Keystone State, but, you know, license plates are always changing. So, speaking of license, did you get your license when you were 16, like the day you turned? Like, talk to me. I always ask this question because I was a late bloomer with my license. Tell me about your whole getting your license experience.
I did not get my license when I was 16 because we were still shut down for COVID.
Oh, wait, you were supposed to drive during COVID. I never even thought about that. So, like, you're on pause for getting your license.
Yeah, so I got it when I was 17, about to be 18. And then I got my car when I was 18, my senior year.
Of high school.
Yep.
Because I feel like you're always in your car.
I am in my car.
I feel like you're driving everywhere. Like you're always somewhere. You're bebopping all over the place all the time.
Yes.
Just love the drive. Also, for the folks that don't know, KIMAYA has a little side gig and some hair. Talk to us a little bit about that, how you got into that. I think that's really cool because you can, you do so many fun things. You can help family members, make a little money. Like, how did you get into that?
So my mom always did my hair when I was little, and she taught me how to braid, but like I wasn't ever like really good at it until like I was like 12 because my mom got real busy like with work and stuff. She became a principal, so it's like, okay, I gotta figure out how to do my hair. And then I was like, struggling through 8th grade. I'm like, okay. But then 9th grade, I got really good at it. I started doing other people's hair, including my mom. Like, it started off with like family and friends, and then it grew out to be more of like, oh, I have clients now, because my mom's like, oh, my daughter's getting really good. You should.
That's crazy.
And my sister's friends wanted their hair done, and so I've just been doing hair for
a long time now.
6 years now.
How do you find the patience to sit with someone that long? Like, talk to me about that, because I just don't have the patience to be able to sit there and focus on one thing give me like what is the timeline, how long it takes you sometimes?
So the hairstyle I have now would probably take around 2 hours
for you, and you do that for yourself?
Like on myself, it probably takes like 45 minutes.
You do that yourself, 45 minutes?
Yeah,
that's impressive.
But
other people,
it's like I always do it a little bit slicker. Like it's other people, so I do it better.
Be careful. Yeah.
So like I like straighten and gel down as much as possible. It takes about 2 hours, but I always have like good conversations with people. People say I'm a conversationalist, and
well, to do that job, you have to. I mean, you can't be silent. It is kind of awkward when you're with someone like that all the time. Well, I was just thinking about that. Something fun to talk about. Something different, than our everyday, which is CalU women's basketball. So let's get to basketball season, up and down. But now CalU, it's feeling good.
Yeah,
the vibe is good. Tell us about, do you think the journey this year so far?
I think we started off okay. We didn't have the chemistry. I feel like a lot of people that are playing this year were not playing last year, and then we're young. Yeah, at the same time. Not only that, but we're really young. Like, what do we have?
Inexperience.
5 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and 5 upperclassmen. So it's
still young in terms of experience.
Yeah.
So just trying to get to know each other, and KIMAYA, for you, what's the big difference between your freshman year, which you first come in, you're trying to learn a system, to now your sophomore year? What do you think the big difference for you is?
I think I can communicate better. Like, I think overall I know more, so I can help other people, even if they technically know more than me, like they're older than me. It's like, oh, I can still guide them without them feeling a certain type of way because
you're not a freshman.
Yeah,
and you've been there and done that.
Yep.
So do you think that you gain trust with experience? Like, do you think that is true?
Yes, I definitely do. I feel like on the court, if you're not used to playing with somebody, you're not gonna trust them as much as you would.
Yeah.
As if you were used to playing with them.
And since you were a freshman last year, what is it like to kind of see the freshman class and know that you literally were just there, over a year ago in the same position?
It's kind of funny. It's like us just all over again. Like, they're kind of a hot mess sometimes.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, that was us last year. Like,
but I'll be honest with you, and this is a true story. They are way better at the freshman
they
duties.
definitely are.
At the freshman duties than you guys were.
Oh, the last few weeks they have not been good.
Oh, messing up some water bottles, some uniforms, or you just keep that?
They haven't been good, but I'm not going to snitch on them. I'm gonna get y'all stuff together before y'all have to run. That's because we used to have to run, so I'd rather.
Because you might have had in the 11 years I've been with CalU, you guys had the roughest freshman duties.
It was so bad.
You guys were always carrying stuff, always didn't know what was going on, but you got it together.
It was just like, what are we doing?
I think I felt like there were so many of you at the same time.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was 6 of us and then 5.
Yeah,
but
craziness.
it was like
craziness.
Yeah.
So now that we are at the point in the season, 14-10, finishing up, which I cannot believe, our last 3 conference opponents until we hit the playoffs. So we have obviously UPJ tomorrow, then we have a whole nother week off, and then we play IUP, and then we have Edinburgh on March 1st. With 3 games left, what are you going into these 3 games with the mentality? What is your mentality? I guess for any game, but right now, 3 games left.
My mentality right now is to score. I need to score because defensively, I'm there. I'm always there defensively. But scoring-wise, it's these 3 games, we need to put points up. And I feel like for me to be on the court the whole time that I'm on the court, I need to score.
Yeah. In the past 2 games, I feel like you've played so solid in that area. Such a great balance of defense. I mean, obviously, like you said, I think we always know that you're going to bring the defensive energy in terms of even defensive rebounding, getting in the mix with boards, being in help, being all over the ball. Your length really, really helps you tremendously with that. But you have stepped it up on the offensive level. It's because you're looking to score more. Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah.
When you look at the rim and you take a couple more shots, most times they go in. Isn't that crazy how that works?
Yeah, it's
But it's okay. I think you passed the ball tremendously well. Great team player in terms of making sure that ball moves around. But it's been nice to have you at least wanting to be that threat, which is really awesome, which you are and you always have been. I mean, I remember seeing you in high school. I mean, you scored we all know that you can score.
Yeah.
We all know that you can score. But sometimes you take different roles and responsibilities. And, like I said, it's really cool. It's really been fun to kind of watch you flourish, even in this year, looking to score more as we go towards the end. So what are you most excited about, as we finish out the year?
I think getting into playoffs is what I'm most excited about because we really, really fought to, get up there, have even a decent spot because of the beginning of the season we were struggling. So I think that's
just happy to be in and obviously for those that don't know, we clinched a playoff spot and like I said, I feel like once you get in the PSAC play, well, first of all, in the PSAC, do you believe us? Any team can beat any team? It's a given.
Literally.
I mean, and it's great competition night in and night out. But once you get into the playoffs, man, hot teams have a good shot. And, I think it's any team can beat any team. You just have to get in and get yourself ready. So there you have it, folks. Sophomore KIMAYA Williams on the Jess Strom Show. In the second half, we will be back with Jess Strom herself.
The Vulcan women's basketball team looks to continue its run of excellence into the 2024 season. Put on your red and black and cheer on Coach Jess Strom and her team towards another run to the postseason. Pack the convo for 14 home games for games against regional foes and the best the PSAC has to offer. Don't miss any information on the season by following Cal Vulcans on all social media accounts, and if you can't make it to the games, catch all the action on CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube and also the PSAC Digital Network.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in the league's 23 championship sports. 17 member campuses, educating more than 110,000 students, with an alumni base that tops the 1 million mark. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference making the PSAC proud.
And we are back. Welcome to your own show, back again.
Best show in town.
Best show in town. Well, we had some giggles last week, that's for sure. We got some fan mail, and it was I think people were laughing.
We're getting good reviews.
Yeah, getting good reviews. I think it was because we were like literally goofballs. You said we can't be. We need a host. We need a guest.
We need a guest because when we're just on by ourselves, it's not good.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good for anyone because then we just start getting a little, like you said, goofy.
Yeah.
So a week has passed since the last show. Had a bye week this Saturday, but this past Saturday. But before that, Clarion.
At Clarion.
At Clarion.
Yes. Seems like a long time ago.
It does. It seems like a long time ago, but always had struggled to play well there for two halves. I feel like in the past we've always played, I just said halves, 2 quarters.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
You know what I mean? So
it is still a half.
and it's still a half, but
Yeah.
for 4 quarters, putting it all together, for 2 halves. I know, but technically it's 4 quarters.
Well, probably
2
because
halves.
it's the windiest road in America to get there. So
First of all, that
we'll probably
trip up there.
seasick by the time we get there.
Well, first of all, I was green. You were green. You were gray. Like your color was gone.
Good shade of gray.
That is a ride. I don't know if it's the way we go. It was not an enjoyable
No.
ride there.
But we played for 4 quarters, so I guess they weren't sick.
Yes, we did. I was super happy with the Vulcans' performance. You?
Yeah.
It was one of the, I thought just consistent 4 quarters of what we wanted to do, execution, what we wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, I just feel like we're in a different place. So I just feel confident. I think they feel confident in each other. I feel like our rotation is good. I feel like, there's no question about who we are anymore or, I think they know each other very well right now. I think we're like playing to each other's strengths at the moment. So, I feel like it was just confidence.
Yep.
We came out with a lot of confidence.
And add to that execution. Like something that I thought at times we lacked throughout the season is, I thought we had, maybe some confidence here and there, but kind of lacked in like what we were really trying to do in a game. And I thought we stuck to the plan, knew what was going on, and just really tackled that.
Yeah, and we've been shooting the ball
Don't you dare.
extremely well.
Don't you dare. Don't you even dare.
We've been putting the ball in the basket, but I do think that comes along with taking shots that are good for each individual.
Yep.
And I think that
High
comes along,
percentage shots.
with having confidence in yourself also.
Yep.
So I think that all is coming together at the right time.
You piggyback with what KIMAYA says about like getting chemistry and game experience with each other?
For sure. And it's
100%.
so funny. I was just talking, I don't even remember who I was talking to, someone outside of Cal basketball. And, he was asking about the season. And I said, we started out a little rough, whatever, our record. I said, we're playing really well at the moment, though, like much better. And he was like, well, you'd rather be doing that than be like the Steelers. And I was like, you're right.
Yep, you'd rather
Be playing well at the end.
than kind of peak a little too early.
Yeah.
So really excited about the efforts up at Clarion. Then stayed for the men's game, which was a nail biter at the end.
That was fun.
That was fun.
There was no Dippin' Dots, but it was still fun.
First of all, so disappointed that there was their concession stand usually just kills it. I'm a concession stand lover. Slippery Rock, shout out to you on your concession stand. They had milkshakes and stuff.
They did.
Awesome experience, in terms of the concession stand
Well, when
experience.
you stay for the men's game, that is important, though.
Yeah.
To check out the concession stands.
You just kind of have to. Well, even though that we get food provided for us, our post-game meal, it is exciting to hit up the concession stand and see
Super
what they
exciting,
had.
yeah.
Yep. So stayed for a nail biter in the men's game, and nothing is better as a coach. I know I feel this way when both the men's and women's teams win, and you head home with 2 victories.
Yeah, it's fun. Even though the weather was bad on the way home, it made it a little better because both teams, yeah.
Exactly. And now, what did you think that bye week did for Cal U? What were your thoughts on it? Happy about it? Where it fit into our schedule?
I have mixed feelings about it, but I think it was good for at least we could give them off Thursday. We got back pretty late.
Oh,
on
really
Wednesday.
late.
That's a tough trip. So I feel like Thursday was good to give them off. And then, we practiced Friday, we practiced Saturday, and then off again Sunday, which is fine, but you can only prepare so many days for a team. So, Friday and Saturday, we kind of just worked on ourselves a little bit. And then, Monday, Tuesday, worked on UPJ.
Like our normal.
Yeah, our normal routine. But at this point in the season, I feel like we think we know what's going on. And I tend to agree at some point. I feel like, what are we learning now?
And I am so
I know
on
you
the
are,
opposite end
but
of you.
I know we
couldn't
still
be
work.
more different.
I still
at this
expect us to
moment.
work hard. That is
Yep.
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we don't know our defense by now,
You're not reinventing the wheel at this point in the season.
good luck.
Yeah.
Right. If we don't know our sets by now,
Well, if you don't know the defense by now, and
that's
you
what
don't
I'm
know the sets,
saying.
then you can't play.
That's what I mean. That's my point. So it's kind of like we're not learning anything new. So those days when you're not preparing for another team at this point in the season, it's kind of like you got to get a little motivated for those days, I would say. Not me, me personally. Those days are fine for me. We can always work on ball handling and shooting. But so fine, one bye week, but we play tomorrow and then we have another one. So that to me gets a little.
Yeah, I'm curious how it's going to look. I'm curious. Like obviously tomorrow, 5:30, we have to play the game first here at home. UPJ, tell us a little bit about your thoughts last time we played them, and then what you're looking forward to right now.
Yeah, obviously their record isn't great, but
not indicative of how they can play.
Yeah, they're close with a lot of teams. I feel like it's like the Clarion of last year, right? Like didn't win a lot of games, but you can't take them lightly because they're in games. Even us, right? We were close for 3 quarters. It wasn't a blowout. So
not even close.
I feel like we got to play hard. We have to be us. Also, we're playing for the playoffs too. Like we're playing to win tomorrow. Obviously, every game you go into that way, but we're trying to prepare. Like
fight.
We're trying to just keep going, get better. But the games are fun. Like these games now, like we see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Like the season's coming to an end, couple weeks, and then playoffs start. So,
do you find it insane that there's only 3 games left?
Yeah, that's actually.
I like it's mind blowing to me that we've played this many games, but we are in a different place than we have been in the past. In terms of we were fighting for seeding to host, it's a different level. Relief to get in, was there?
I mean, kind of, I guess. That to me, and I don't think for our team either, that's good enough though. Like obviously you have to get in to win it. So yes, right? Like you had to get in first.
I'm more like excitement.
But I don't think that anyone's satisfied with just getting in.
Nope. And to me, this is what I'm so excited. The last 10 games to me are the most fun of the year. As you prepare and get ready, you're playing some of your biggest rivals, especially, when you're in the West, you have rivals that you have, and we play each other 2 times a year in really important games that mean everything in terms of seeding for the playoffs and fighting for your lives to get in an NCAA tournament, doing all those things. So you have built up rivalries, and each year it's different. Each year you're going against, it's like the same kind of vibe, but different people, different scenarios.
Players, yeah.
Exactly. And to me, it's the most fun time of the year. But I just can't believe that we only have 3 given opportunities left. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, 4,
obvious 4 because
yeah.
we make the playoffs, but 3 opportunities in the regular season, and then whatever happens in the playoffs happen. How did we get here?
Yeah.
Did the time fly?
I feel like season's really funny that way because at the beginning, you're super excited to start, and then it gets long in the middle.
Like you need December, you need the Christmas break to come.
Yeah, it gets a little long, and then by this time it's like, oh no, like it's going to be here. The end's going to be here, and then you start thinking. Well, as a coach, at least, I remember feeling different ways as a player, but as a coach, you're like, man, like we got to take advantage of these last opportunities because we're going to be missing 4 of these guys next year, right? Like make the most of this time we still have.
Yeah, and to me, even if the players don't change, say we didn't have any seniors, each year still is a different team.
Yeah.
I think people forget that. Every single year you have a different team, different dynamic, different chemistry because you've added personalities. You know, you keep the same, a lot of times the returners stay the same and they just get older and wiser. But really, each team is different each year. Is that fun for you?
Yeah, I feel like that's one cool thing about coaching because the job is typically the same, right? Like we do the same things. We are in Groundhog's Day for the last 11 years. But the players change, right? So it keeps it new, and they're all different, and it's awesome to see them grow. But it's like a cycle, right? You like get to know them, they grow up through the system, and then they leave, and then you're sad, and then like it just is
and
like
then
a
it starts
cycle.
all over again, and then you're like looking at their Instagram stuff and being like, oh my God, they have a child, and I look at some of the people and I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like wow, what a successful young woman you've become.
Yeah.
Like how proud is your family? How proud are we?
Yeah.
You know, that is pretty exciting to kind of see the growth in the maturation process.
Yeah. So that's why like this time of the season for me is always those kind of feelings. Like, well,
Mixed emotions.
let's just play as many games as we possibly can together, you know, before our seniors are done.
Yep. And I'm not sure if did we actually get into the UPJ last game. Close.
Close, yeah.
First 2 quarters were tight.
Yeah, we missed a lot of layups,
Yeah.
for sure. And our defense, I don't think it was fantastic. I think the second half it was really good.
More so the fourth quarter. I mean,
Yeah.
third quarter was better.
Yeah.
But we didn't start getting going until the fourth, and then had some momentum.
Yeah, for sure. I just think defensively though, like we picked it up. When when we do that, good things happen for us. You know, when we pick up our intensity on defense. So I think it was just a matter of kind of focusing in on that. They were scoring too many points. I think it was only like a 2-point game at halftime.
For sure.
And then I think it ended up 18, but you know, just not we changed nothing really. One minor change maybe to our defense, but other than that, I think it was just our intensity picked up a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And after, like you said, after the UPJ game tomorrow, which is at 5:30, folks, come on out, come see it on, watch it on the web stream, www.calvulcans.com. Did I say that right? How many W's did I throw in there?
You said some B's in there. I
Ooh,
feel like.
I had some jumbled words there. www.calvulcans.com. There we go. Got it that time. Okay, so after the game, how do you stay motivated for another week? What is your goal, Jess?
I'm always motivated, but to keep them motivated, just maybe like do some fun things. Like when obviously we have IUP after that, so that's all serious business there, right? But I don't know why a week of practice at this time of the season seems like 3 weeks of practice. So I understand. I remember those feelings. Just not practicing too long, right? I feel like an hour and a half is just enough.
Keep the focus
for right
the focus.
now. Yeah, focus on the things we need to focus on. Don't keep them way too long. You know, obviously, I think also a part in that is we go early. So, you know, this time of year too, I feel like it has caught up to a lot of us getting up early for the whole semester, for the whole year.
You've been saying that. That's been like, you really believe in that.
I do. I think you can do it, right? Like, obviously we do it, but I think after a while, consistently, it does catch up to you. Like, they don't sleep right. They don't sleep enough. I don't sleep enough, but that's neither here nor there because I don't have to play. So
I was going to say, when's the last time you laced them up?
Yeah, so, I mean, for them, I think it's like you get re-energized with games, right? Like, the practice now is just, like, staying sharp.
Yep. What is fun? I mean, you remember as a player, you had you had a game on Wednesday. You kind of probably, well, say we have a game on Wednesday, a little bit later on Tuesday because you're not going crazy. I mean, you're still going hard, not going crazy on Tuesday. Play on Wednesday, lighter on Thursday, prep on Friday. I mean, we'll prep Thursday, Friday. Play on Saturday. Like, those games break up the madness.
Yeah, and it just seems like there's always game day coming. So with these buys, I feel like it's just a little longer. But
and a little more challenging.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Make the best of it. But also really good to rest yourself up, get yourself mentally and physically focused.
I feel like we have some kids that are a little banged up. Nothing crazy, but just
good
some
for
things
us.
that we can take care of in the week.
Most excited for tomorrow, just to get back on the court.
Yeah, and to be home again. I know our last 2 games we were away, and home games are just a little different, right? Like, our routine's a little different. We always like to play here, so just to be back at home. Another opportunity to play, another game
and get better. Well, you heard it, folks. Game time tomorrow is set for 5:30 p.m. versus UPJ here at the Convocation Center. Come on out, support the Vulcans. Also, don't forget, Saturday, March 1st, two huge events for the Balkans. We have the celebration of our seniors, this class, the 2025 class, 4 of them. We have Alicia Harris, Ayana Williams, Sierra Bermudez, Talia Gilliard-Jackson, celebrating them. So excited. And then also a big celebration of the 2015 National Championship team recognition at halftime. It's going to be a fun weekend. Got a lot of fun things coming up, but like I said, Wednesday, take care of business on Wednesday first UPJ. Excited to come out and work and grind and prove ourselves. So we hope to see you there, and we'll see you next time on the Jess Strom Show. Good morning. It is Wednesday, January 8th.